some of those looks. I did with the pencils, I did with the books. Snotty noses and crying, I'm shook. If you like me and you need a hand, had no fear, I got the master plan. Coolest teacher in the land, the coolest teacher in the land. You say it's you? Now stop playing. I'm coolest teacher in the land, coolest teacher in the land, coolest teacher in the land. From the A to the H, from then to Japan, coolest teacher in the land. What's up, y'all? You already know who it is. It's your girl, your sister, your niece, your auntie. But I'm not your mama, though. That's right, it's April Praise, aka the coolest teacher in the land. What's going on? Thank you so much for coming back. Do y'all like my twist? I did these last night. I feel like they make me look a little slimmer, okay? Thank you so much for coming back. So today I want to do something really special. I believe in giving honor where honor is due. And so I want to talk about the things that my parents taught me and my parents showed me that have made me the educator that I am today. Now, if you haven't watched my first video, go back and watch it. It tells a little bit about my story. I was born and raised in Atlanta. I moved to Houston to go to school, and I loved it out here, so I stayed out here. So I don't see my family every day. I see them very often. Those of you who know me know there's always something going on in Atlanta, so I'm always flying back to Atlanta for something. But I'm so grateful that I have two parents in my life who continue to show me things, who continue to instill values in me that I can take into every part of my work. I absolutely love it. So first and foremost, my parents instilled in me the value of preparation. Now, my dad is my Jamaica, they're my boss man, you understand? My boss man. And born in New York, them raised him in Kingston, and them come back. My daddy a boss, man. Big up to my daddy them. My dad is a Jamaican, and my mother is a strong, beautiful, super talented Black woman of West Indian descent. So lazy literally is not in their DNA. They don't know how to go about anything lazy. All they know is how to pursue excellence. All they know is drive. And that's what I love about my parents. But everything they did, they didn't just go with the wind and do it. Everything they did, they prepared for. If my dad, who is an architect by trade, but he's also a preacher, if he had to preach one Sunday, the Monday before, he was preparing for the sermon. For my mother, who has been in education for the past 8 or so years, but growing up until I was the age of 15, she was at home, and then she worked for my grandfather's company, doing a majority of things, and then she moved into education. I've seen my mother put so much preparation into each and everything that she did. I mean, it was incredible. She's taught middle school, Sunday school for a number of years, and she just doesn't go the day before and says, oh, okay, I'm going to put this lesson together. No, she takes time to prepare that. My parents have showed me that preparation is key in execution. You cannot execute anything beautifully if you don't prepare for it beforehand. So that's why me, with my lessons and with the shows that I do at my school, I'm not putting those jokers together the day before. Okay, I'm putting them weeks and months out, because I know in order for me to have room for error, have room to change things around, I have to go into it prepared. So my parents taught me the value of preparation. My parents also taught me the value of relationships. The reason that I'm able to build relationships with my students so well is because I watched my parents do that with all of the people around them. But specifically, I watched my father do it with each and every child that he interacted with at the church that I grew up in. The reason I give nicknames to kids is because I saw my dad do it. The reason that I can have a student named Eileen and be like, hey, you know your name is in the song, and play Come On Eileen for her and see her just blossom and just brighten up, is because I saw my dad do it with so many people. The reason that I'm able to remember birthdays and able to remember little things about students that most people might not remember is because I saw my dad do it week after week, year after year with each and every child that he interacted with. My dad knew that in order for him to reach children effectively, he had to have a relationship with them. And I watched him do that, and I carried that over into my classroom. My parents taught me the value of relationships. My parents also taught me the value of creativity. My dad has had so many inventions and just whimsical ideas over the course of my lifetime. It's insane. Some of them have actually come to fruition through other people. You know, Ben and Jerry's has that ice cream you can slice. My dad has been talking about sliced cream for years. He was like, "Oh, this would be great. This would be great." And we was like, "No." And then we saw Ben and Jerry's do it. And we was like, "Oh, okay." He called them pops. My mom, all the plays, Black History Month, Missions Week, Christmas. My mom has written so many plays. She's an exceptional playwright, an exceptional poet. And I've seen her just write and put her whole soul into things. And seeing my parents do that, I understand the value of just being creative, of just taking what's in you and putting it out there and giving it to people for them to receive. And I do the same thing within my classroom. I write the plays, just how I'm able to take the different lessons that I do and incorporate elements that people wouldn't even think about. I did a version of Head, Shoulders, Knees, and Toes to Lil Boosie's Wipe Me Down. Sure did. It's on my Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. You'll see it on there. Who else is doing that? Nobody. Why? I'm the coolest teacher in the land, baby. Okay? But it's that creativity that I saw from my parents that I said I can do that same thing within my classroom. My parents taught me the value of creativity. But most importantly, my parents taught me the value of being a servant, of serving other people rather than just serving yourselves. My dad has done it for years and years at the church. My mother as well. My mom does it with her students day in and day out. My parents showed myself and all of my siblings that if you're not serving others, then there's really no point in your life. Because the biggest thing in our household is our faith. And they showed me that in order to be like Jesus, you have to be a servant. And I saw that through each and everything that they did. So that's why every day when I go to that school, those kids can drive me crazy. Crazy, okay? Crazy. They drive me insane. I'm serious. Like, y'all just don't know. But every day when I go to that school, I have to tell myself, it's not about me. It's not about what I feel. It's about serving them. It's about bettering them. I have to work as a servant. And I watched my parents work as servants. So I am so thankful for these values that my parents have placed into me. And I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt, I would not be the educator that I am today without Michael and Pamela Hart. So I thank you guys. I thank you so much. So your 3 diamonds for the day, okay? Number 1, take the time to reflect and think about the people who have influenced your life and tell them thank you. Give honor where honor is due. Let people have their flowers while they can smell them. We are all dealing with the very, very untimely death of Kobe Bryant, his daughter Gianna, and 7 other very important people in a very tragic helicopter crash. And as people are giving them praises in death, I just hope and pray that they gave them these same praises in life. Guys, tomorrow is not promised to us. We don't have time to wait to tell people the impact they've made. Let's do it now. Take the time to reflect on the people who have impacted you. Tell them thank you. Send them a call. Send them a text. Make them a YouTube video like I'm doing now. Just do something to let them know you appreciate what they've done. So that's number 1. Number 2, think impact. With everything that you do, think impact. Think about the impact you want it to have on your students. When you're planning that lesson, don't just think about the scores you want them to get. Don't just think about, I want them to understand this concept. Think about the impact that it will have in that student's life. Think about the impact of the program you plan. Think about the impact of that time that you take to have one-on-one time with that student. Think about the impact of everything you do, because that will lead to our third and final diamond for the day. Work towards a legacy. Each and every student you have will remember you. Whether you think so or not, they will remember you. They will remember something from your class. And what they should remember is the values that you instilled in them. Whether they had your class for 30 minutes a day or 2 hours a day. I don't know what the schedules are like at y'all's schools. Whatever you do, do it towards legacy. Do it so that when they graduate, when they have their careers, they can say, I remember what Miss Hart taught me. I remember what Miss Chung taught me. I remember what Miss Ray taught me. I remember what Miss Taylor taught me. I remember what Miss Jackson taught me. I remember what Miss Wilson taught me. They will remember. Work towards a legacy, not towards a paycheck. I hope you guys enjoyed this today. I hope it gives you some things to reflect on. And I hope that you do make those phone calls and make those visits to tell the people in your life how much they truly mean to you. So, if you like what you see, subscribe to the channel, then like the video and share it with everybody. Somebody share it with Ellen. Somebody share it with the Shade Room. Somebody share it with the Real, because your girl trying to pay the bills, trying to blow up. You understand me? Not for real. Share it with anybody you think that could help them. And if you really, 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 really like it, if you really, 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 really like me, book me. Book me. The info is below. The info is always at the end of the video. Book me so I can come out to your school, so I can kick it with you, so I can motivate, so I can inspire you. Thank y'all so much for coming. Coolest teacher in the land. I'm out. One love, nigga. Look.